So before we get deep into everything,
Sorry, I was just voguing. Figured I'd do something that is more tolerable for the public.
yeah, because our hand movement seemed to trigger some people.
Head gestures,
right? Pause, right? Because you said head, right? Because us saying pause seemed to trigger somebody. So figure why not, right? Troll the trolls, ain't this what your wife said?
Right? LGBT, fashion. I think we covered it. that was today's episode. So
right, nice shirts. You like my shirts? I'm making a fashion statement. Since we should be covering clothes and stuff,
right?
If heaven offer rides, Lord, order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence till you bless me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone, no time to right their wrongs. Heaven must have
right. Because to me, it's just for the ignorant people, right?
Pause.
That just don't understand certain stuff, right? Because we didn't say that Kendrick and Drake at that moment, right? We didn't say that Kendrick didn't beat Drake. We all know that at that moment.
Pause, you said beat.
Right? We know at that moment, we know Kendrick won the battle. We know that.
Kendrick did win the battle, yeah.
Right? We were talking about now.
And in a retrospect, a year later, who were the the losers and winners of
that,
yeah.
Right? We wasn't saying that right now Kendrick is still winning, and we was saying that who's the winners and the losers out of this entire situation.
Yeah.
And we were saying both of them are winning because both of them are still making great music. Both of them are still relevant. Both of them are charting on the Billboard's Top 100.
Right.
Both of them still are creating quality projects.
Yeah, Drake's Iceman is probably the most anticipated album of the year. Kendrick's GNX, produced singles like Luther. I think his tour was the highest grossing tour of all time, I think they said, or it's at least it's up there right now. But as a fan of Kendrick, and as a peripheral listener of Drake, the thing is, it takes a lot to beat Drake, and I think that's also the summation of it. It takes a lot to beat Drake, because Drake is one of those people where it's just he's in that, unfortunately, but he's in that echelon of the Eminems, the Jay-Z's, where people can take their shots, and it's really you really have to come with something.
Yeah, and then we talked
about
because
I said come
with something, right? And we were also talking about this, that the fact that most people don't consider Drake as a rapper,
right?
He give you some hard bars here and there. Pause, because I say hard, because I know that triggers some people,
right?
But we know he give you some nice little slick bars, like you said.
Too.
Yeah, he talk his ish, right? And he talk that luxury talk when he rap.
Yeah,
we know that. But for the most part, most people consider him a pop star, pop rapper, all that other stuff, right? And he create pop music. So for me, for him to even be in that battle, for it to take a record like Not Like Us to really submit who won, most people would consider that for Drake a win, because he shouldn't even have been 3 or 4 songs in that battle,
right,
where he's still competing. It should have been over with the first or second record. So that's all we were saying. Somebody that really doesn't rap, or people don't really consider hip hop, for it to be actually in that battle for that long, that's a win.
Yeah, and I want to ask the question, because when he was beefing with Pusha T, he released W Freestyle. Pusha T released Story of Adidon. That was it. And I know Drake went on LeBron's podcast and stuff and was talking about how he was advised to not go back at Pusha T, only because of what it could have created. And I guess for me, the question is, what is the difference between Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar in terms of, I'm gonna go at Kendrick, I'm gonna stop at Pusha T. Like, people convinced you to stop going at him. Is it because of all of those people that were like originally in your circle, they turned against you, so like you couldn't make a rational decision? Or was it, I'm tired of people like coming at me, I gotta say something?
Yeah, because back to back, when he was beefing with me,
yeah,
you know, like he, if you look at some of the tracks he had against these hip hop artists, he had some memorable tracks.
Yeah.
Right? And I wonder what the whole thing with Pusha T was it just the era and the time? Right? Like sensitivity, all this other stuff. I wonder if it was one of those things where it's like, I can't say this, but...
Or was it just, you know, like... Because here's the thing. I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but like that whole Drake having a kid is... Pusha T, like, I guess made that more publicized. I knew about that.
Yeah.
I knew about that from... I think it was like... it was some like maybe it was like DJ Academics like podcast or something, but or like Everyday Struggle, I think. But this was 6 months prior to that. This is when people were talking about, like, did you hear like that like supposed like porn star, a softcore porn chick that Drake was messing with? He got her pregnant. I heard him, so I knew about Adonis prior to Pusha T making the diss about that.
And for me, him not talking about his child, how is that a bad thing? Like, especially knowing who he is, knowing how the paparazzi is, knowing about all this stuff, how famous he is. Like, why would I even want to expose my child to that anyway? So, like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, like, you can't have a normal childhood after that. So why not, if I can, hold off the news about my kid, because I don't want his pictures all over magazines and all. Like, if I do, it's when on my terms and when I'm ready.
Yeah, and because when he started to actually like showcase Adonis, now people calling the boy slow. Like, he got autism, he on the spectrum or whatever. Like, it's just not that he's a Canadian kid. So like his accent is a little like wonky. It's something wrong with that boy. He ain't right, nah.
Yeah, see,
like. And Drake said it, best. Like, I wasn't hiding like my son from the world. I was hiding the world from my son. So is it that basically he kind of looked at like this beef with Kendrick and it was just kind of like, there's nothing that I have to lose. Like, there's nothing that I'm hiding. Because like the speculation was that like apparently Drake had another kid in this whole like feud, and that turned out to not be true. And that was the whole thing of like, Drake supposedly like putting stuff out there for like Kendrick to take the bait. The thing for me is,
but I don't mean to cut you off. And I know some people say that's corny that he did that, but if you think about it, it's genius, right? Because if I feed you false information, if I leak fake stuff, whatever you say about me in your rap, you lose credibility.
Right, because now, like, it has to be, it's scrutinized.
Yeah, so I don't mean to cut you off, but to me, that it's actually, like, genius. Yeah. Even though some people might deem that as corny, but...
Yeah, the thing for me, like, beef ain't the same.
No.
Like, and I'm not talking about, like that, like, Murder, Inc., Shady Aftermath beef. I don't think that we ever need to, like, go back to that era of, like, people getting hurt, killed. I don't think we ever need to like go back to that. But the actual artistry of like making proper diss records and stuff, I think this was a good feud between like Drake and Kendrick. It didn't last long though.
Yeah, like you said, for us it was just the timetable, and it was just because it came out of nowhere. Like, so it came out of nowhere. So it wasn't
for
like,
some.
Yeah,
it came out of nowhere.
Like, for them, like, it was built up, but for it just happened. But then also, like I said, like, it'd have been appreciated if it had lasted a little bit longer and if you'd allowed the tracks to breathe.
Yeah.
And that's what we were saying. It seemed like it triggered somebody. They got their pennies in a bunch.
Pause.
You know, and it seemed like somebody was really triggered by us, you know, saying certain things and stuff. So, you know, if you was triggered by it and it didn't bother you, you can definitely kiss my podcast.
Yeah, I mean, but the actual timeline of the feud, the actual, the height of the beef, it went from March to May.
Yeah, and then we researched 5 of those records, or maybe 4 to 5 of those records came in May, and they came all on the May 4th and May 5th, or something like that. 2 days, and Kendrick, Drake dropped, and then Drake dropped again, and then Kendrick dropped, and then Kendrick dropped again, and then the next day, Not Like Us came on.
Yeah. Now the thing is, Not Like Us, I think that it was the nail in the coffin for the feud. But if you actually, and that was the thing that we were getting at. This isn't Drake fandom or anything, but if you actually dissect a lot of those songs that Drake released, he was coming at it like Kendrick, and it was some well crafted stuff. Now he did kind of lose me when he tried to acknowledge the whole pedophile thing, but. Yeah. This wasn't one sided. It wasn't this wasn't Kendrick knockout. This was a 10-8 fight. Yeah. Overall Drake did lose it, but at the same time we were talking about before, who's really the winner, who's really the loser? The loser are all those second tier guys that appeared on Future and Metro Boomin's album. The fact that a lot of them didn't recover from that. Yeah. And they didn't recover not even from a diss. They didn't recover because nobody cared about them. Yeah. So then you had all these minor things that were coming within it. The Game coming at Rick Ross. Where the hell the Game sometimes, and I like the Game's music, but you want to talk corny? The Game is one of the corniest rappers on the planet. He does an awful lot for absolutely nothing. He tried to market his album by trying to diss Eminem out of nowhere, and then he was trying to bait Eminem into beefing with him. And when Eminem didn't beef with him, all of a sudden he releases some type of article talking about he was going to diss himself. He was on the precipice of killing himself because you didn't get dissed. The Game is a cornball. Y'all talk about how corny Drake is. There's an awful lot more corny rappers who should be a lot harder than Drake, and they aren't. And last I checked, aren't we still on the fence about allegedly Drake killing XXXTentacion or putting a hit out on him? Yeah. Not saying that Drake is a mob boss, but a lot of the stuff that he does is awfully affiliated, allegedly. Yeah. So, now we got that out the way. Welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast. I am Armando. I'm Stay in Vogue, Daryl.
All right, so, breaking news. So, Shannon Sharp, there was alleged rape allegations against him. Yeah. Which he ended up settling for disclosed amount, and he got released by ESPN, which, I mean, we all saw that coming. Yeah. Pause, since that triggers you. And, I mean, because, Disney, family-friendly show that you knew that any allegations of that nature, especially with things being so sensitive nowadays, true or false, anything that comes out that way, you knew that they was going to release him.
Yeah, an allegation is enough to... we saw the same thing with, Jonathan Majors. A lot of that stuff is just... Whether Shannon Sharp did anything, if it was misconstrued or not, it's enough.
Yeah, and, I mean, kudos to Shannon Sharp, on the other hand, because he does have one of the best podcasts out there, Club Shay Shay, so make sure you guys tune into that. I really liked him on ESPN, but now I'm starting to wonder, who's really responsible for all this? Because I'm starting to think that Stephen A. Smith is wearing a wire or something. And I'm just saying, I'm starting to think that he's working with the feds. Because think about it, the Morris twins, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they got arrested also. For, I think it was some gambling issues as well.
Yeah.
They was on ESPN. Gilbert Arenas,
Mm-hmm.
like he got arrested for this gambling ring that he has, and then now Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, that's something.
Like I'm just saying, like maybe the producers ain't talking to his ear. Maybe he really ran a wire.
Mm.
I'm just saying. I mean, I ain't calling a rat, but he do look like Stuart Little.
Yeah. That's that's interesting.
I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying. So that's all I'm saying. That's it. I'm gonna leave it there. But then, so now go back to Gil. So Gil has been arrested.
Uh-huh.
So apparently
Arrested and finally released on bond.
Yeah, on bond for $50,000 for his illegal gambling ring that he had.
Yeah.
In one of his houses that he had rented for poker. So we should have saw the writing on the wall. Because when he was with the Wizards, he was literally trying to play Russian roulette.
Yeah.
When he had the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Sometimes life is a gamble and you roll the dice. You never know what you can get out of it.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff that like Gilbert Arenas goes through, like he should have folded a long time ago. But
yeah, I mean, because obviously he think he the jack of all trades.
Mm-hmm. But like here's hoping like everything works out for Gilbert Arenas. I don't know like how things are going to work out for him. If this puts his podcast in jeopardy, because he's with Prize Picks also, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think that's one of his like sponsors. But good luck with Gilbert Arenas and everything that he's like going through right now, because that's a bad hand that he's been dealt.
Yeah, and just for Gil, right? Just a couple questions. Where do gamblers go when they die? Right? Paradise.
Mm.
I'm just saying. Why don't vampires like gambling? They can't handle the stakes.
Mm.
Studies show that 1 out of every 6 friends has a gambling addiction.
Mm-hmm.
My money is on the last one.
Jeez.
What? My girlfriend left me because of my gambling addiction. I bet she'll be back. What? Okay. So we ain't gonna talk too much. No, we ain't gonna do that to you, Gil. We ain't gonna do that to you, Gil, right? We hate to kick you when you're down.
Right.
I bet you won't like it. Well, my money is on Gil that he'll bounce back.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely. He he won't crap out for long. Like it's again, like hopefully everything works out for Gil, and I mean it's crazy because like the whole gambling thing is just weird right now because it's legal gambling and like you can practically do that whenever, wherever. But it's just, and I don't want to get too deep into that, but it's just one of those things, just, like the legalization of like marijuana and stuff, where like it's okay and then it's not okay and then like people are like being penalized the way that they're being penalized. Like this really should be a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, but we both know this. This is with anything in America. Mm-hmm. If the government can't get a piece, then it ain't legal.
Right.
Right? You gotta pay them.
Right.
You know that? Anything. You gotta pay them. Right?
Yeah.
If the biggest gangsters is corporate America and the government. It's the biggest gangsters that we know.
Yeah.
It's the biggest gangsters you know. Like, you can do whatever you want to do as long as they getting theirs.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So, I know you guys see this raccoon shirt. Just a quick story. New merch. Right? It's being raccoon. I know you're probably wondering, what's being raccoon? Mm-hmm. So, raccoon is when somebody gets you to the point where you want to just double fist them. Right? And pause. What I mean by double fist is just punching them at the same time with both fists. Right? Which is causing 2 black eyes. Which is a raccoon.
Right.
Right? As many of y'all probably know people that y'all want a raccoon. And the reason this came about is because I was at a meeting with this guy and he had his other peers around, and he walked up to me like, "Hey, Armando, you're killing it. You're doing such a great job. You are awesome." And in my mind, I'm like, "Nigga, you don't even talk like that for real, right? You being fake. We know you don't talk like that in real life." And in my mind, I was like, "Man, I wish I could just double fist him right now. I wish I could just punch him with both fists at the same time, right in his eyes. Just raccoon his head." Like, so that's the story of Raccoon.
Yeah.
So without you even saying it, just get the merch. Just
Right.
Raccoon.
Right. We also got like a raccoon list. You know, like I think that should also be like, you know, specialized. So like if somebody makes a request, we could put their raccoon list of names on the shirt.
Yeah. So now let's get into it. So Jonathan Kuminga, right? At this point,
Golden State wants to raccoon him.
yeah, right. Because at this point, he's playing himself out of money.
Yes.
Like I just put it like that because now you only up for a 7.9 qualifying offer, right? And your destiny is literally in the Warriors' hands.
Yeah.
So say if you sign that $7.9 million qualifying offer, they're not obligated to play you. So that means your stake might just even go down even more.
Right.
Right? So you're literally playing with your future. For what reason? Your agent is dumb. Like, I have to even say that. Like, and I understand that you were trying to get 3 years, you know, during Summer League for roughly around $82 million. And then they turned that down and decided to say, you know what, we give you 2 years, $45 million with a team option. But you don't want the team option. And you also don't want to sign an offer because you want to have a no wave clause in there also. I mean, no trade clause in there also.
Yeah.
There's a handful of guys in the history of NBA that had a no trade clause. It's rare. Like, you don't really get that often.
Yeah.
So I don't know who you think you are, where you think you want to get that, or where you think you deserve $30 million a year.
Right. This is not this summer isn't the Jonathan Kuminga sweepstakes. Like, you're a serviceable player.
Yeah, and if you look, every team that needed to spend the money already spent the money.
Yeah.
There's not money out there for you to get. And people that re-signed or that got that money are established player. You're a role player. What role player do you know is getting $30 million a year?
Right.
Like, first of all, your IQ on the court is super low. You can't play with stars. We just saw that. You can't play in the system. You're somebody that you feel like need the ball in your hands at all times. Hell, you can't even play with Steph Curry. And nobody ever has a problem with playing with Steph Curry.
Right.
Which is stupid. Like, all you have to do is literally just get to a spot and you're going to average somewhere about 20 points a game. Get in the dunker position. You're going to get your dunks. You're going to be on the wing. You're going to be able to get your shots. You play with the second unit. You're going to be able to do what you want to do. But your problem is you think you're better than what you are. So, I don't know. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense what his agent is asking and what he wants in return.
Yeah. Like, I think he kind of peaked when it was was it the Kings that were offering him $72 million?
Yeah.
I would
Kings offer him 4 years and $90 million. And then they recently, I'm going to say up for a couple of hours, earlier today, now the Kings rescinded that offer and they decided to say, you know what? Because the Warriors didn't want Dario and they didn't want Devin Carter in that mix. So they said, no, we got to get somebody that's more valuable. So this goes back to what you were talking about. They offer now a first-round conditional pick, and then they also offer now Malik Monk is in that mix. So Malik Monk in the first-round pick. And also, if I'm looking at this right, I want to say for Kuminga, 3 years now and $63 million.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I would take it if I were him.
Yes, and so the Warriors are really, like, for me, you get Malik Monk in return, but
I think that's an upgrade.
Yes. I'm signing that. And you get a first round pick. So the Warriors' problem with that deal is only because they don't want it to be a conditional pick. Because if it's a conditional pick, then it depends on the player performance. It depends on that player's achievements. It depends on the team success, and most importantly, that it's not guaranteed.
Right.
So they want that first round. I think it's a 2030 pick to be protected.
So I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. It seems because like the thing is, it seems like the Warriors do want Kuminga. It seems like they do want to like keep him, but it's just they're not willing to leverage so much to keep him.
Yeah, which is smart.
Yeah,
because if I'm dealing with somebody that really doesn't want to be here, like if I get whatever I get in return, it has to be as value. Like I don't care if I don't want you here, or I don't care if you don't want to be here. But if I get something in return, it has to replace what I just lost.
Right.
I'm not just making deals just to be making deals. And plus, if I'm coming, you're not in a position where you can make demands and they have to just make you happy.
Right.
Right? You haven't even established yourself for that. But like I said, when I look at Kuminga, poor defensive rotation, poor IQ, poor spacing. Like, name one thing that Kuminga does well.
Yeah.
Right? You're the jack of all trades, but haven't mastered anything at all on the court.
Yeah.
When you think of Kuminga, you just think athletic. He's athletic.
Yeah, because like a bad team would love Kuminga. Like he would be able to like he'll have free range. He can do whatever he wants to do. He'll get those numbers, but it's just going to be done poorly.
Yeah. You know, so he got to go somewhere where he can put up a lot of shots. And I think that's why the Suns was offering Nick and Royce O'Neal, and they was willing to offer him $70 million more guaranteed money. But again, that's one of those things where I'm giving you a lot and you're giving me nothing in return.
Yeah.
And then even if I would
feel bad for Devin Booker too, like to have him like go over there and what, like Kuminga play like second fiddle to him.
Yeah,
like like they're gonna be losing, and
you never know when Kuminga is going to check out.
Right.
You never know what version of Kuminga is going to be there. And then if I'm Kuminga, I gotta look myself in the mirror, right? Why is it that now only 2 teams are only offering me money? But why, when this all started, why didn't nobody offer me anything?
Right.
Right? There's a reason why teams didn't go deep into their bag offering the Warriors anything for Kuminga.
Right. We're almost out of the summer, and it's now just starting to kind of like heat up.
Yeah, but it's still only a 2-team race, really. Right? So even a bad team is not even offering anything.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm Kuminga, I'm looking at that and I'm like, why?
Right. And we talked about it before. It's really one of those, like a look in the mirror, like what is it about me? But also, like for Steve Kerr to be as good of a coach that he is, why are there such long stretches of games that Kuminga doesn't even play when he's healthy to play? Yeah,
and I know a lot of people looking at the Warriors organization saying they messed this up. I know they looking at Steve Kerr and telling him that he needs to get out of his ways and figure out a way to play Kuminga. I can't play a player that doesn't understand what we're trying to do.
Right.
Like, he's been there, probably 3 or 4 years, and you still don't understand the offense?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, even when Steph get the ball, and I mean, when he give Kuminga the ball, Steph just stand around. Like, he just wave, go ahead, do what you do. And we know Steph. Steph is always on the move.
Yeah.
Always on the move. For him to be like, just go ahead and do what you do, because he's not getting the ball back. Right? Kuminga get the rebound, he waves Steph off. Like, Steph, like, no, like, give me the ball. I'm the point guard. Like, I pass it to you, not the other way around.
I'm the guy over here.
Yeah, like, have you not forgot 30? Like,
yeah.
You not see 30 on my jersey? Right? So, and I know Steph Curry probably won a African raccoon, Kuminga. It's just African raccoon. But on a serious note, it's just like Kuminga has to change his ways.
Yeah.
He has to be able to change his game.
And he's young enough to do that.
Yeah.
It's just a willingness to do it.
Because you go find yourself like Dennis Schroeder. You go overselling yourself and not get anything in return.
Right.
And if I'm the Warriors, why mortgage my future if I don't have to? Why not? Because, I mean, you have Jimmy. You have Steph. You have Draymond. You have some young players that played a lot last year.
Right.
I mean, unexpectedly, you got some good things in return. You got Quentin Post. Like, you figured out what he can do. Moses Moody, I feel like, matured. You got Santos over there that played a lot. So you have a lot of players over there that that.
Right, they're putting a lot of stock in the pods.
Yeah,
so.
and then they got playoff experience now.
Yeah.
And especially you went through a series without Steph. So they have that experience now under their belt. So now it's for some of them, it's what year 2 look like, and it's what year 3 and 4 look like for some of these players. So it's like, do we need a Jonathan Kuminga really to play? Not really.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Because if I'm the Warriors, we got through most of the year without Kuminga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the playoffs without him,
right?
really.
Yeah, because if you have to think about it, his best moments is when no stars out there.
Yeah.
Right? When I'm gonna say Wiggins went down, Kuminga had some good games. When Steph went down, Kuminga had some good games. But when the core is there, or even when Jimmy Butler got there and he went down, Kuminga had some decent games. But when the core is there, struggle.
Right.
He just can't figure it out. So I don't think the Warriors messed this up at all. Right now, to me, it's just a pissing contest. If you ask me,
Yeah.
It's one of those cat and mouse things. And it just like, if I'm Kuminga,
This is chicken. You
Yeah.
know, like them trying to figure out like who's gonna fold first.
yeah. And if I'm the Warriors, I have the upper hand.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to make a deal. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to make a deal at all. We can stay right where we at, and we're fine.
Yeah.
You don't want to need to get on the court. You don't want to need to play. You don't want to need to add your value and your stock up.
Right.
Like, your future is in our hands when you're trying to play chicken. And why can't it be one of those things? You help me, I help you.
Right. You want out of this? Play well for us.
Yeah. And then the fact that they had a deal on the table, but you don't want a no trade clause. I mean, no trade clause in there. Why not pick up that $45 million for 2 years? You play that first year, or you might not even be there for the full year.
Right.
They might find somewhere to trade you that you want. Then they can extend you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's an option.
You get what I'm saying? Second year was an option. And again, who knows that you would have been there for the full year?
Right.
I would say that if they would even signed him for those 2 years, they probably got rid of him before All-Star break.
I would say so, yeah. Yeah.
So y'all let us know what y'all think about this whole Kuminga situation. Maybe we missed some stuff that you guys know. But to me, I don't know, Kuminga is just playing himself out of the league.
Yeah. Like you said, this is like really very reminiscent to the Dennis Schroeder situation.
Yeah. It's crazy. Who turned out $45 million for 2 years?
Yeah. That's crazy. He could barely like stay on the team nowadays.
Yeah, because even look at this. You turned out $45 million for 2 years, right? But if you don't do that, then they can just pick up 1 year for you for $7.9 million. So you turn $18 million you potentially be giving away.
Right.
For this year alone.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, I don't know who his agent is. It's dumb. It's dumb. Maybe his agent is the idiot that's in our comments saying this stupid stuff. Maybe. So we ended on this. So we got Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, Prime, and they all in their prime. We got prime Chris Paul, prime Steph, prime Rondo. Is that name all six? And prime Tony Parker. Who are you cutting from that list?
Westbrook. Cutting Westbrook easily. Everybody else, like I feel like they're like a leader of men. You know, like Steph is Steph. You know, Rondo, he made that big three in Boston a big four. Tony Parker, like I really feel like he kind of like leveraged that gap between, you know, like Tim Duncan to like Kawhi to DeJounte Murray. Like there was a
flow game crazy.
Yeah, like until he got over to Charlotte. I don't know what happened over there, but you know, like Chris Paul, floor general, absolute. Yeah. Like when you think he's the point guard for a reason. You know, like Derrick Rose, probably one of like the best peaks there ever was to like the valley that he hit. But the thing that makes it scary is that he did that within like a 3-year window.
Yeah.
So just imagine what could have been. And I would still take those 3 to 4 years of brilliance by Derrick Rose over anything that Russell Westbrook done.
Yeah, I mean, I said it all. So Westbrook is for me as well. So my name is Armando. Again, if you're gonna talk behind my back while you're there, you might as well kiss my podcast.
All right, and I'm Daryl. This has been 414.
We still hate you, Peggy Hill.
If heaven offer rides, Lord, order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you blessed me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone. No time to right their wrongs.